everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable Alice in Wonderland figurine. It's carrying the little bottle that she drank that caused her to shrink, so it actually has real water inside the jar. For more videos and tutorials like these, please subscribe me and give me a thumbs up. And do check out my Instagram. My username is flyingmio, and my other channel, MioMango, for more videos. Alright, let's get this tutorial started. Start off with a flesh-colored clay, roll into a ball, and you're going to flatten the top part of her head so that she has these nice puffy cheeks on the very bottom. So the profile view will have a bottom that kind of sticks out a bit. You're going to take a yellow piece of clay and roll this out into a flat, thin sheet. The sheet should be about 1 to 2 millimeters thick, and you're going to wrap the back of her head to form the base color of her hair. Once you're done doing that, just remove the excess clay and smooth out all the rough and uneven edges with your fingers or clay tools. When you're done, the head should look something like this. Alright, with the extra piece of clay, go ahead and form the bangs. I'm going to cover the front part of her head about halfway down her face, and I'm going to mark where I want to cut off all the extra clay. Once you made the outline for your bangs, go ahead and you're going to make little incisions all along the base of the hair to form her bangs. And all I'm really doing is cutting out itty bitty triangles along the bottom. When you're done, her bangs should look something like this. And go ahead and place this back on her head. Again, using a clay tool, smooth out any rough and uneven edges so that her hair should look something like this. Moving on to her body, you're going to roll out a nice blue cone, and you're going to eyeball how big you want her body. So for any extra pieces, just cut off the top, and her body should look something like this. Now with a white piece of clay, you're going to flatten this into a very thin white piece of sheet. Using an X-Acto knife, I'm eyeballing how I want her apron to look. It's really just a triangle, but instead of having a pointy tip, it's just a flat surface. Go ahead and remove the excess clay and put this on her body, and you're going to remove all the excess clay. Now if the apron is too large, just remove any of the extra clay with your X-Acto knife. The last part is to cut off a nice rectangle on the very top to complete her apron. Alright, I'm going to take a silver pin and insert this into the very bottom of her head. I'm going to use this pin to help support her body and her head to stick together. Now with a black piece of clay, you're going to roll this into a long thin snake, and it's going to go in the center of her body to form her belt. And you're going to roll out a nice blue circle with the white piece of clay in it, and these are going to form her little sleeves and arms. So my little Alice in Wonderland is hugging a glass bottle that I bought from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to eyeball kind of where I want this glass bottle to be. And I'm going to stick her arms to hold around the glass bottle. With some pastel chalks, I'm going to give her some rosy pink cheeks on both sides of her face. When you're done, your figurine should look like this. Now let's finish the hair. So taking the rest of the yellow clay that you had earlier, and you're going to cut this into a long, thin strip about 1 inch in diameter. And what you're going to do is cut out really long pieces of triangles to form the little strands of hair all around the back of her head. And you're going to make, I would say, probably 15 of these strips, and you're going to stick them in layers. So I'm forming one layer on the bottom, and I'm going to smooth out the edges that attach and form another layer on top of that so that it gives her hair a lot of volume. And you're going to roll up the tips so that they're nice and curled. And when you're done, the hair should look something like this. For her headband, you're going to roll out a black piece of clay and flatten it out with a roller. And you're going to put this piece of clay on the top of her forehead where the crown would be, and just remove all the excess clay when you're done. You're going to take 2 black triangles together to form the bow on the top of her head, and you're going to take a clay tool and put some dents near the center so it looks like a realistic bow on her headband. For Alice's face, I'm going to give her some squinting eyes that I put just 2 lines on both sides, an open mouth with a tongue inside so it looks like she's laughing. And on the very bottom, I'm just going to add a little bit of lace to her dress. I just put a white piece of clay and form little indentations all along the rim. And your Alice should look something like this. Go ahead and roll out a white piece of clay to form her legs and another black piece of clay to wrap around the bottom. Don't forget a strap to form her shoe, and these will form her little legs and feet. To hold them to her body, I'm using a silver pin at the very bottom, and I'm just inserting the leg through the silver pin to hold everything together. Once you're done assembling your little Alice figurine, you're ready to put her in the oven. I baked her at 250 degrees for about 20 minutes. And while it's baking, I moved on to the bottle. So I took a piece of paper, and for the label, I put the words "Drink Me" on the little label, but you can write whatever you want on it. I just think it's cute to write "Drink Me" on it. And I filled my little glass bottle with some water, and I'm just decorating the top of the bottle with some brown piece of paper, kind of like rope, and I just tie it into a knot at the very top. And when you're done, your bottle should look something like this. And to stick the label onto the bottle, I just super glued the piece of paper onto the very center. When everything is done, you're going to super glue this bottle onto your Alice figurine. I held it on for about 10 seconds and you're all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. For more like these, please subscribe and check out my other videos. And do check me out on Instagram. My username is flyingmio. For more personal videos and blogs, please check out my other channel, MioMango. And I will catch you guys another time. Bye and good luck.